Are you ready to save?
Hey foodies, I know it's been a minute, but guess what? I am back in the kitchen and today we're rolling into something very crispy, golden, and oh so delicious. Yes, we are making homemade spring rolls from scratch. I am talking about the wrap, the filling, and the fold. In fact, every single thing. So if you've ever bought spring rolls and thought, can I really make it myself? This video is definitely for you. Let's get into it. Now for the ingredients, we have some finely grated carrots. Here I have some diced bell peppers. Over here I have some scotch bonnet peppers. Here I have some all-purpose seasoning. Here I have some soft flour. Over here I have some cornstarch, some garlic. I have my salt. Here I have some spring onions and then some chopped up onions. Here I have my beef pate, and then to that I have some oil. So these are the ingredients I'll be using. Don't worry, I'll list them all in the description box down below. To begin with, I'll add some oil into a heated pan, add my diced onions, and then to that I'll proceed to add my garlic, minced garlic for more aroma, and then also I'll give it a very good mix and then cook this until it is translucent. Once that is done, I'll add in my bell peppers, give it a very good mix again, and then proceed to add my scotch bonnet peppers. These peppers are very spicy, very aromatic, and it actually takes the whole aroma to a different level. Once that is done, I'll add my all-purpose seasoning. I wouldn't add any salt to this because my all-purpose seasoning has a bit of salt in it, and also the beef patty has some salt content in it. So I do this to make sure I do not overstep my salt boundaries. I do not want to have a salty filling. It's supposed to be juicy, spicy, and all of that. Now I'm going to add my carrots. Give it a very good mix, then proceed to add my beef patty. For the protein, you can use any protein of choice. You can do just vegetables, you can do corned beef, you can do fish, you can do beans, any protein of choice. So that's what we're using for today. Now it is time for me to add the leftover onions and then my spring onions for extra freshness and crunch. I'll turn off the heat and allow the residual heat to do the rest of the cooking process because I do not want to have my vegetables very soft. It's supposed to be a little bit, chewy, some form of texture. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So once that is done, I'll transfer this into a bowl and allow it to sit and cool down completely. Then we can begin with our spring rolls and samosa wraps. Time for the wraps. In a bowl, I'll add my sifted soft flour. To that, I'll add my corn flour and then my all-purpose seasoning and then some salt to taste. What the cornstarch or corn flour does is to add some form of smooth texture, also as a binding agent and also for crispiness. Stir everything together and then add some water to loosen it, and then with the help of a hand mixer I'll bring this together until a very smooth and fine textured paste is formed. You do not want to have your paste runny, So you have to add water in bits to make sure that you do not end up having a runny paste or batter. So if you do not have a hand mixer, you can use a wooden spoon or a spatula. It's just going to be a bit difficult or hard work, but I think you'll pull through. Right here, this is the consistency I am going for. So with the pastry brush, well, with this method, I'm not going to be using the swirl and peel method. There are so many ways of doing the wrap. So with this process, we'll be using the pastry brush. It makes it thin, and you also have even wraps when that is done. Using a non-stick pan on medium-low heat, your pan shouldn't be hot, okay? It's supposed to be warm. No oil or grease needed because you'll be adding your oil to the batter. So I'll dip my pastry brush into the batter and then brush a thin layer, even layer in a circular motion to form a round wrap. I'll start from the center and then move outward. I'll let the batter cook just until it turns from white to slightly translucent for about 30 to 40 seconds, and then I take it off. The wrap should look dry and lift easily at the edges. Using my finger or a silicone spatula to gently lift and peel the wrap off the pan. I'll place it in a plate to cool and cover with a damp cloth to keep it soft. I'll keep repeating the process until the batter is all used up. Please be careful with this process when removing it from the pan so you do not burn your fingers. You need to be extra careful. At this point, I'm done with my wrap, so I'm going to start with the rolling, and then that is it. So it's very simple, okay? It's very simple. Kindly watch this video so you can have a fair idea of what I'm trying to teach you. Okay, so to begin with, I'll take one wrap here and then add some of the filling. Make sure your filling is not wet. Make sure you do not have any moisture in it. So I just flip it over like that, put the sides on, and then flip it over again. And then what I'm using is a flour slurry, which is flour and water. I use that as a binding agent, and then that is done. It's very simple. So I'm going to repeat the process again. You just put your filling, you flip on top and then the sides, and then you use your flour slurry to bind it, else your filling is going to come out once the spring roll gets into the oil.
Are you ready to savor the flavor? Rich and divine, a perfect blend of spice and thyme.
Now for the samosas, we're going to be using the same sheet. So you divide it into 2 equal parts and then you separate it or you set it aside. Once the division is made, you take 1/2 and then with the help of the binding glue or the flour slurry, you brush the straight parts or the edge with the flour slurry, and once that is done, you fold one side like this and then the other on top like that, just like so. So you have a triangle or a pocket, like, you know, wrap sort of. I really do not know how to explain this to you, but I know you can see it in the video and it will be easier for you to try because practice makes perfect. So once your filling goes in like so, you just push the one in front of you, the one facing you, push it inside, and then you apply some of the flour slurry and then put that one on top just to seal it. And that is that. It's very simple. So far, I think this is by far the easiest way to wrap your samosas. So I'll repeat the process and then you can have a fair idea of what I'm trying to hear.
Are you ready now? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mix cuisine, yeah. Savor the taste. Mix cuisine. Savor the taste. Sorry, I mean, mix cuisine. Savor the taste. Oh, mix cuisine. Savor the taste. Savor the taste. Mix cuisine. Savor
And just like that, we're done rolling our spring rolls and samosas. So I'll keep this in the freezer until whenever I want to fry them or snack on them. And did you even know the fun fact about spring rolls? I know it's dated way back in ancient China where they were made to celebrate the arrival of spring. They were filled with fresh seasonal veggies and symbolized a fresh start, just like this video is for me. I hope you give this recipe a try. It's very, very simple. And look at that. If you're drilling right now, don't just watch, try it. You've seen how easy it is. Now go roll your own batch and let me know how it turned out in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button. I've got more tasty surprises coming your way. Until then, stay spicy and keep cooking with love. Take care and have a great time. Bye, y'all.
Meg's Cuisine. Savor the taste.